Hello, everybody. This is Albert Taxman Corey with another edition from Corey Associates Accounting and Small Business. With another edition on questions and tips to help you save money on small businesses, how you can save money on your tax returns and build your small business. If you have any questions or comments, please put it below. And if the content is awesome, we need some wow faces, guys. We like to show the world, that we're out there changing it. Okay. So today, and I made a whole bunch of notes for me. These are the notes. I mean, it might be backwards. Our topic today is 5 questions you need to know before you hire an accountant. All right, guys, these are the 5 questions that over 35 years, these are the ones that people ask me. These are the ones that you must know to make sure you get the best tax return, or maybe you don't even need one. Maybe you can do it yourself. But these are the questions you got to ask if you need to hire an accountant. I think now the biggest one you must ask yourself is, who are you going to answer the IRS questions to? Let me tell you something. When you call the IRS today and you call the 1-800-829-1040, nobody's going to answer the phone. You're going to be online on hold for 4 to 5 minutes. 4 to 5 hours. After 4 hours, the phone just hangs up. Lately the IRS has nobody there to answer the phone. So if you have any questions to ask, there ain't nobody going to be there, guys. So now this is where you need to hire an accountant. See, we already know the questions. We've already saw those problems. Okay, when you get that IRS letter, I've already seen it before. My clients have already gotten them, so we can answer them. So you need to hire an accountant to answer those questions because they're not going to answer them for you. It's like when you try to open up a corporation by yourself. Guess what? You're going to open it yourself. You think you're so smart. You did it yourself. And then you're going to get the papers in the mail from the government. First of all, you're going to get papers from scammers. Then you're going to get papers from Tallahassee. And then when you go to the tax return, it's gone wrong. So, you need to ask if you ask the guy who's going to do the return, can you help me open up the corporations? Second one we're going to talk about today is they can save you time and money. All right. They can save your time. Hey, this is out. They can save your time and money. Guys, if this stuff is wow, you need to show me some wow faces, guys. Well, I want to see that, that you're engaged. If this information is cool, give me some wow faces. If you have any questions or comments as I speak and talk, I've been doing it for 35 years, since 1985. So I can 98% of the time answer any of your questions or guide you to where you can get them. Second thing is an accountant can save your money. All right. When people try to do their own stuff, I was just mentioning open up a corporation. You think you can open it yourself, which is cool, but have somebody do it for you. We already know the answers. Like the questions I always say is, here's the one question I always tell people. When you try to open up yourself or do your own things, does a heart surgeon, when you have a heart attack, all right, and you're dying, your heart's going, and you're like, kicked over and need a heart surgeon, do you go and fix yourself? I don't think so. So you go out and find a heart surgeon. Well, it's the same thing with doing your accounting and small businesses. Sure, you can do it yourself. And, I got another analogy. You could probably pull your own tooth. Remember the old days? They put the string to the door and they pull it out. Of course you can do it, but you go to a dentist, right? You go to a dentist to get it done, right? Well, hiring an accountant the same way. Instead of going to the dentist, all right, you hire it so we can do it for you. It's like everybody says, I can use QuickBooks. Fine. But if you're a baker, Indian chief, realtor, the time it takes you to two things really start to happen when I hear that, I can do the bookkeeping stuff. A, if you're an Indian chief, baker, cook, mechanic, doesn't matter the field you're in, Dude, it takes time to go sit there and do the bookkeeping. It takes time to have to go through the. So you hire an accountant. So we do the bookkeeping so you can go out and make money. You can go out and do what you want in life. Some guy I follow a lot, Grant Cardone, says is that there's only 24 hours in a day to do what you want. All right. So you go hire an accountant so you can buy yourself 2 hours to go watch the Dolphin game, to go water skiing, to go fix the cars because you like fixing cars for a living or as a hobby. So you buy the time by paying somebody to do it. Second of all, here's another question that I see all the time. You can do it yourself. Okay. You can go, and when it comes to bookkeeping, let's go back to bookkeeping, doing your own returns. You can do it yourself. I mean, every form you need is on the IRS website to download to do. So you can do it yourself, no problem. But we have the forms. I have a program that has almost every single form. Whatever accountant or somebody that you use has all the forms. I have every form you can think of in the IRS arsenal, or at least 98%. And the other 5%, I know where to find them. Guys, if you're just joining us and this content is awesome, please leave us any questions or comments. And we want to see some wow faces. When I see wow faces, I get excited. It's just so cool when you see some wow faces. So we have the forms. A cool example of that is the other day I had somebody, I know this will sound crazy, but they found me through the internet and through my Facebook marketing from Nigeria. All right. He works for a big U.S. firm in Nigeria. I won't tell this story, but, he needed I'll give you another cool story, a true story, which is better than that one. Somebody calls me on the phone, and this all relates back to the accountant. I thought another better story. Real quick, he went to somebody, okay, and he went to somebody. He had marketplace insurance. He needed the special form to show that whatever subsidized. And this all has to be clear on your tax return. So he goes to the guy, a place that's supposedly big, 5 offices, blah, blah, blah. They're not there. He gets on the phone, calls the IRS, waited 4 hours, and they tell him they didn't answer the phone. So next thing he did, he drove down from North Miami to downtown Miami to the IRS field office, and they gave him the form 8969. Okay, no problem. Then he calls me and asks me, can I fill it out for him? All right. The problem, here's the point of my story. All right. He called the IRS. They didn't answer. He went to the guy, wasn't there, and he got the form. He had to drive all the way 45 minutes to an hour, waited an hour to get the form. Well, guess what, guys? If you ask the accountant that he's going to, the 8962 is built into 98% of the tax programs. So you would ask the guy, hey, do you have all the forms? I have all the forms. We have every form out there. Right? And, okay, we save you time, have the forms, and we save you money. Here's how an accountant, this is number 4 on my list. We save you money. If you're just joining us, this is Albert Corey from Coin Associates Accounting. We are going over the 5 questions you need to know before you hire an accountant. We'll review them in a minute. If you have any paper and pencil, you can write them down. And by the way, let me put this in right now. That I'm gonna put a special. If you listen to this to the end, there's gonna be a link below, and I got an awesome group called Accountant and Small Businesses, where you can go sit there and ask each other questions about your business. You can sit there and leave questions about me and how your accountant would work, and I'm going to leave it in the link box below so that when you see it, you can join my group. It's a public group. It's free, and you can start learning how you can start to save some money. So if you think that's a cool idea, if you could please put some wow and happy notes on the bottom to show me it's pretty cool. All right. The fifth thing you need to say, find out, are they always there for you? Okay. Well, one of the questions, in getting back to the marketplace thing, is the guy always there for you? Okay. So anyways, going back to the story, this guy did the tax. This is what these people told me. They did the return with this other place, and they're never there. Right? They called 4 times. That's why they had to go to the IRS. Okay, they had to go to the IRS because nobody answered their questions. Actually, this story kind of answers 2 of my questions. The example, the person's always got to be there for you. They got to answer your questions. They have to help you save some time. And obviously, you're going to save some money because they know how to fill it out right. All because out of that one form. So when you go to somebody, you need to ask them all those questions. Now, always there for you. This is a question that I get all the time, or I get a lot of new business from this. Because, guys, when you go look for somebody to do a tax return, here are the 5. Actually, this is going to be 5 questions upon 5 questions. Question number 1 you want to ask is, do they have an office? All right. If they have an office, so you want to ask them, how long you've been in business for? Do they have an office? Number 1. Number 1, number 2. So let me go back to number 1. Do they have an office? Yes. If they have an office, you ask them, are they there year round? I can tell you another story about that. Is H&R Block used to be on every single corner of Miami, Florida. Well, the other day when I'm driving into the office here, one of the ones on the corner near me, they closed the store. Now, guess what, though? Not only did they close the store, but they took off everything that they were ever there. So if you had questions about your tax return and you kind of forgot, you lost your folder, or you need to go by and get the number, you're not going to know that they were there. I know because I go by there all the time. So you want to go and ask somebody how long they've been at their location, how long they've been in business, okay, how long you've been in location, how long you've been in business, all right? Here's the stuff that you don't want to get into. You don't want anybody who's working. There's another 2 parts, sorry. You don't want to go to anybody who's working out of their house. Okay, do you really want dogs barking while you're doing your returns? And second of all, you don't want to go to somebody's house, okay, because when you have questions, they're not going to be there. You want to go to somebody who has a real office that's open all year round to answer all your questions, should you ever have to go in the place. And a third thing is, sometimes when you go do this stuff out of an insurance agency, it's the same way. Okay, there's somebody, actually a couple of bullet doors down from me in the next shopping center. They were named Carey, C-A-R-E-Y. We are Corey, R-E-Y. And people come in and start coming by me, and they say, well, how come I moved? And go, I didn't move. I've been here all the time, because the other people moved, and she didn't tell anybody they moved. And here's another question you want to do. You must know before you hire an accountant. I would tell you to Google the place. All right. I would tell you to Google the name of the firm and see what their rating is. By the way, if you're just joining us, my name is Albert Corey from Corey & Associates Accounting Services. We are going over the 5 questions you need to know before you hire an accountant. Later at the end of the broadcast, if you stay to the end, I got some awesome goodies, an amazing giveaway. If you like some giveaways, please show us some wows, and I'll give you an awesome group that you can go get my new book, How the IRS Can Give You a Paycheck. It's a video that will show you pretty much what I'm talking about now on why you need to hire an accountant. So anyways, getting back to my story, so they're not there. So you want to check Google. You Google the name, and you'll check to see if the stars are there. So if they show up in Google, in the Google box, if you have a Google, that shows it's a real business. Second of all, you want to check to see if they have any reviews. If they have a lot of reviews and they're all over 4.5. And by the way, this probably goes for almost anything that you buy or do. You go over the reviews, and if they have a lot of reviews, that's good. You can also check the reviews on Yelp. That's another cool place to check the reviews. I mean, mine, I have, not bragging, but I have 4.9 on 71 reviews. So that's what you got to go and check. Let me go over the 5 steps. If you're just joining us, these are the 5 questions you need to ask. Number 1, you need to answer the question. They need to answer all your questions because the IRS is not there to help you anymore. Number 2 is they can save you time because, everybody works. Everybody likes to make any money. And there's only 24 hours a day. And we can save you time and effort so you can go out and do the rest of your life. Number 3, we have all the forms. Okay, if you go to somebody, you ask them, do they do everything computerized? If they have some of the bigger programs, like I've been using the same program, Drake Software, since 1990. I mean, that's dating me here. But I have every single form in the IRS, personal and corporate returns. We do all the nonprofits. So does the program handle everything that you need to get done? Okay, we save you money. Here's another one. Oh, I didn't really go over that one yet. Sorry. This would be the 4th or 5th one. I already lost count, but because I gave you a lot of tips. The other one is we save you money because we know all the tricks and tips. Most accountants can know everything and anything to save you money. I mean, I've been doing it so long. You come in, I have some tips and tricks that are legal and legit. Okay. They are legal and legit. They ain't going to get you audited. One of the things you got to kind of be careful of that we see a lot here in Miami, a lot, is the guy will do whatever it takes to get you a refund. All right. He'll put some crazy shit. Crazy. Like they used to use a whole one, like fuel tax credit, and you don't have a truck. Another big one that went around this year a lot is they put that you went to school, even though you didn't go to school, and the IRS will come and you'll get a letter. And the 5th point is, are you always there? And we went over that. Always there is the person there all the time to answer your questions? Can you email him? Do they have a company email that they can email you? Is the office open 24 hours? If you're just joining us, this is Albert Corey from Corey & Associates Accounting. And we're going over the 5 questions you need to know to hire an accountant. At the end of the broadcast, I got an awesome link that's going to lead you. It's in Facebook, but it's a book that says the IRS will give you a paycheck. It's a pretty cool video that we produced that will actually show you a lot of other tricks and tips to save some money. And obviously the 5th one is, are you always there? Just make sure the guy is there year round. They're not working out of the house. They're not working out of an insurance desk that they're only there for 90 days. Remember, guys, accounting and questions don't always end on April 15th all the year. The person always has to be there to take care of you. My clients will tell you I am there all the time. All right. So, hopefully everybody models my system, my vision, where if you email me, albert@1040w2.com, usually wherever I'm at in the world, I will take care of you. All right. If you instant message the guy, well, do they have instant messenger? I will take care of you. My point is, will they go to the extra mile? I mean, there's a bunch of other little stories I can tell you, but this is a live office and we open up in another 5 minutes and the phone is ringing. But thank you for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And I'm going to leave the link, the group Accounting Small Businesses. If you join, I got a cool free gift, how the IRS will give you a paycheck. And a real simple version of this is that we show you the tips and tricks in more details on how if you follow my system, all right, and you don't have to come to me, but if you follow the system, you're going to put more money in the pocket. and that's the name of the game, guys. I mean, always got to give the money to the IRS, but why should you pay late fees? That's money in your pocket. Okay, well, this is Albert Corey for Coin Associates Accounting. I want to thank you for joining us. If you see us on the broadcast, you can still, on the rebroadcast, you could leave comments and tips, and I'll get back to you. I check this all the time. And join our Facebook group, Accounting and Small Business Services. We answer the questions to build your business. I'm going to put the link below. Thank you and have an awesome day. Bye-bye.